What's up, everybody? Justin here, and well, it's that time of the month in June. It's time to do another Monsterbass unboxing. So, like I said, we have another unboxing for you of the Monsterbass tackle box that comes monthly. It is a subscription service, and I am not being paid by them one bit to review this box, to look at this box, to do anything. I pay for this all with my own money. I just want to put that out there right now so that there's no misconstruing that they're paying me anything on this at all. But I did see my buddy AR Casting his video on this, so I kind of have a little bit of an idea of what's in here. So let's get into this month's box. So first things first, we got ourselves a Monsterbass sticker. Put that right there. Let's see, we got a little letter here from the crew. For those who are just learning about Monsterbass for the first time, our subscription is different because we don't send a box of random baits like everyone else does. Our team of experts handpick baits that are producing great results in the region of the country where you live and fish. This month, we were faced with crazy conditions across the country that made our bait selection process a longer or more difficult task. In the end, we picked baits from 13 iconic brands that we think you're going to love. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll put that down below here, and also down in the description for you guys, for in-depth videos of all the baits in the box over on the YouTube channel. It's Monsterbass Co. At youtube.com. Don't forget to watch your inbox for the survey. And if you watched the last unboxing, which if you didn't, I'll put a link right there. They actually send a survey and ask you about your box, what you thought of it, and whatnot. And it's signed from Rick, Smallmouth Crush, Benjamin Novak, and Alex Rudd. Smallmouth Crush, Benjamin Novak, and Alex Rudd, all three are YouTube guys, but also very, very good sticks. Smallmouth Crush actually fishes a ton on the FLW side of things and does pretty good. He's a Northeast boy. Alex Rudd is a Southern boy, and Novak, well, he's a Michigan boy. The best kind, man. We're awesome. So, but let's get into what's in this box, and let's see what we got up first. So, first thing first, we have some 4-aught Daiichi Fat Gap hooks. These are going to be like your EWGs from Gamakatsu. Next up, we have a Underspin. This is a brand I've never heard of. It's Zero Gravity. It's from Catch Outdoors. But what's cool is that it is 40% lead free. So 40% of this bait is not made from lead. The other 60%. Let's see. Zero Gravity Airdrop is the most unique underspin that internally features both traditional weighting 60% and lead-free head technology 40%. Results in a highly versatile underspin that stays in the strike zone longer, targeting blah, blah, blah. Basically, it gives you a little bit larger profile without being super big. And I'm guessing this looks like it's a plastic injected around a lead. Yeah. It is a clear plastic injected around a lead core. So I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera. If you get it in person, you can see it. So basically, you got a crankbait around a lead body. Nice gold blade, ball bearing swivel. We got a nice little soft plastic keeper and a big hook. Very long shank hook. So you can throw this with a 5-inch swim bait, and that would be a nice little setup right there. We have something from Castaic Soft Plastics. I've actually never fished with these, but I fished with something similar from Spro a bunch of years back. This is called the Baby Jerk J 3.5, and I know when some of the elite guys were here, what's it been, 4 years ago, 5 years, maybe even 6 years ago now. A few of them were actually drop shotting this exact size castaic minnow out there. This bait is actually a painted soft plastic. It's got a split belly on it, so you can rig it weedless. But they were actually nose hooking this, and as you can see by that tail bouncing around, it's gonna drop shot really nice. It's really soft, good soft plastic. Castaic is known for their swim baits, but they do have some decent other soft plastic offerings, so kind of looking forward to trying this. They call this baby bass in color, but it kind of reminds me of a spot tail shiner a little bit. So you could drop shot these, you could Texas rig them and fish them weightless like you would a super fluke. Next up we got looks like some twister tails from Bite. These are very similar to your Kalen style grubs. This is what, a 4-inch or 5-inch? Doesn't say. It is scented. It's probably a 4 or 5-inch Kalen style grub. So a little disappointed in the count in here. It's a 3-pack. I mean, at least a 6 or an 8-pack would be a full pack. So a little short on that, but that might be that company's choice. I'm gonna save this for last. I actually emailed them, or I actually sent Benjamin Novak and Rick a message about this exact bait, and we'll cover this in a little bit. We have a Bagley Bango lure number 4. Just a nice stick bait. Bagley's been around a long time. Bagley, Rapala, and AC Shiner basically are the only ones making a balsa minnow bait out there on the market at all. So they're one of the old legacy brands. This is American brand, just like AC Shiner. They're both American brand, where Rapala is a Finnish brand. So cool little bait, nice little paint job on it. Should definitely catch some smallies and some pike, and maybe even some walleye out here in St. Clair. I know it's a bass box, but that will catch other things. Next up, we have a Rage Space Monkey. Now, I have never fished a Space Monkeys. It's in Watermelon Red Flake. And so let's see, what is a Space Monkey? Pull one of these out here. So, Space Monkey looks like kind of a biffle bug from Jean LaRue, kind of that style. It's not a beaver. It's not a brush hog. It's right in the in-between. It's kind of a brush hog, kind of not a brush hog. Well, biffle bug's kind of brush hog too. So, but got the coffee scent. So, solid offering. I'll probably fish this on a jig. Maybe try that free lining or free rigging technique that I mentioned in this week's fishing report here for St. Clair. If you didn't catch that, up above. So let's see what else we got in here. Oh. Next up, we have the J-Bug, the Jacob Porosnik. Jacob Porosnik lure. Got his name on it. I am digging this color. The J-Bug, this is going to be kind of the same kind of thing as the Space Monkey. You know, that biffle bug, but this is kind of cool. It's got totally flat sides, so it's going to have a little bit more meat to actually hook up the hook in there. But this is a very close representation of a biffle bug. You get your blue belly and a little bit of a green pumpkin washed out look. What do they call this color? They call this green pumpkin blue haze. I wonder if Jacob, when he was up here, picked up some of these in some of our local plastics, because we have a few colors very similar to this. And actually, I got a color that I designed for Poor Boys, kind of along the lines of this as well. And next up, we got the Christie Critter. This is going to be probably more like a brush hog. If I can get this thing open. Someone vacuum sealed this a little bit too good. But there we go. So the Christie Critter, I mean, yeah, that's a brush hog. That's very similar to the Zoom brush hog. Gonna fish well in a Texas rig. You can fish it on a jig as well. Kind of like another bait this is similar to is the Trench Hog from Guggen Squad. For those of you that know what that bait is, this is kind of along the lines of that. So really good, solid selection. This is definitely a largemouth oriented Midwest box this month. Let's come to that bait I said we're going to come back to. And that is a Monsterbass Mad Max topwater. So, one of my biggest pet peeves with other boxes, Lucky Tackle Box, Mystery Tackle Box, is a lot of their house brand lures are generic, off-the-shelf stuff. And I was kind of afraid of that when I seen that they did this. So I reached out to them to give them a chance to kind of explain this whole deal. And between the response I got from Benjamin Novak and the comment that I seen that he left on AR Casting's video, I was pretty sure this is not just off the shelf, just random. So, as you can tell, I'm wearing different clothes. I actually reached out to Rick and the team at Monsterbass to ask them about the Mad Max popper. And essentially what I asked them, and I voiced my concerns. Let me just read what I wrote. Rick, I wanted to reach out to you before I recorded my unboxing. In the video you posted, you said you wouldn't be going over to China and slapping your name on a bait and putting it in a box. Well, I just got this month's box and I can't help but notice the topwater bait. This is something I have been very critical of in other boxes. So I would like to know what makes this so different from what other boxes have done. And Rick actually got back to me in a fairly quick manner, which was really nice. And his response was, we are creating one line of baits, not 10 like everyone else. Our baits are not off the shelf baits. Our baits are not off the shelf baits. That's a really important line that anyone can just go buy and put their brand on. We're actually doing development and testing. Our goal is to have these sold at retailers across the country. The line will have traditional plastics and balsa baits. The balsa baits are designed by Jarmo Rapala of the Rapala family, but those will not be ready until 2020. Again, one line of baits, and they won't be in every box. We have designed 3 baits to date thus far. The others are still in the developmental phase. Maybe late fall or winter release on those if they are ready to be released. And he goes on to say, thank you for reaching out and asking. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Thank you, Rick. So then that brings us back to the bait and back to Benjamin Novak's comment. And I'm going to pull this up. AR Casting sent me a screenshot of it from his video. I'll have a link to his channel down below. But here's Novak's comment. Heck yeah, dude. Give that popper a try this spring. It's very similar to the Duo Realis popper, but they've lengthened the weight chamber and it causes it to walk better. That is his claim. So I just so happen to actually have that Duo Realis popper that they're talking about. It's right here. It's caught a few fish for me. I don't fish poppers often. Probably gonna go fishing today. But what I want to do is just kind of show you guys just how similar these baits are, and then I will demonstrate the difference that they are, the thing that's different on them. So as you can see, this is the Monsterbass bait. This is a Duo Realis. The heads are very, very similar. Heck, even the eyes are. The shape of the bellies are very similar. They both have feather tails. Both have great hooks. The one thing that I did notice right away is when they said they'd lengthen the weight chamber, the weight of these baits are pretty much identical. Okay, what I think they were going for by lengthening the weight chamber is something I can actually demonstrate right here. So that's the Monsterbass. That's the Duo. Monsterbass, Duo. It's subtle, but there's a little more movement in the BBs that reside inside the Monsterbass popper compared to the Duo. Other than that, these baits are essentially identical. Not sure how I feel about that. This does look like a very good quality bait. And we all know Duo Realis' quality and their commitment to making a fantastic lure. So, don't have to question their quality. So, this is going to be interesting. It's got a different rattle to it, a little louder, a little more free sounding with the BBs crashing into themselves. They have a little more room to travel and hit each other. So, this is a very interesting approach that Monsterbass is taking in developing some lures. So I'm intrigued in what they're doing. Is this the right way to go about it? I'll let you guys make that determination down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think what Monsterbass has done with their first hard bait is a good thing? Or is it a bad thing? Let me know down below what you think. So that is the Monsterbass #2 box, second box for the Midwest region. Overall, the box kind of gave me a lot more of a largemouth vibe. A few of these baits in here I will use for like drop shotting for smallmouth. I might try the Bagley Bango lure. I've never used it. It's definitely a shallower water running stick bait, so I'm going to give it a try. I think I got a couple spots that I can actually use it right now on St. Clair, I think, and maybe catch a few fish. So I'm going to finish putting this video together, uploading it, and then I'm going to go out and go fish this afternoon and see if I can catch anything and get you guys another video. So thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, be sure you click down below, hit that red subscribe button, and ding that notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And if you are subscribed and you didn't get this notification, go ahead, get down below, hit that notification bell again, because for some reason, YouTube turned it off. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Tight lines, happy casting, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It helps me, it helps the channel, it helps everyone that likes to catch fish.